is Nicole Hacker, and today we have a special guest in studio with us. Farris Willingham graduated from OCU in 2014 and is with us today to discuss his career outside of OCU. Mr. Willingham is the creative services producer for KOCO TV. He writes scripts, shoots with the anchors, and produces promos that air every day. Thank you for joining us today, Farris.
Thank you for having me.
So, your job at KOCO is to do promos, right?
Yes. I guess in the biz we call them topicals because they relate to the stories of the day. For about a year and a half, I was the sole creative producer behind, like, anytime you're watching local TV news and you see the "Tonight at 10" kind of announcer voice, that's me, basically. I promote the stories for that night that in turn get people to watch.
So you have to produce every night?
I used to. I was working the evening shift, but now I've moved to the day shift, so I get to work on bigger projects like news images that promote our talent. So I just wrapped up a series of things where we were promoting our meteorologist.
So you're not always in studio then? You get to leave?
I'm sorry, what do you
Like
mean?
you get to go off location and do that, or do you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say 90% of the time I'm at the station, but there are times where we get to go out and shoot.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I was reading about you, and you said you did 6 different internships.
Yeah.
So can you talk about that a little bit? That's a lot.
I know, it is a lot. I actually have a friend right now who's in graduate school she's just crazy because she's done like probably 10 now. She just won't stop doing internships. I thought I just needed as much experience as I could get, and I didn't really know where I wanted to be in news. I just knew that I wanted to be involved in news. So I actually started out at a print publication in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
I mean, it sounds wow, but it was just a small trade publication talking about kind of scientific things at the Capitol. And then I progressed all the way to KOCO, where I am now, Channel 5. And I like working for TV news.
So you interned at KOCO first?
Last.
Last.
It was my last internship. I graduated, and then about 2 weeks later, they offered me the job.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we have to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Here you go.
The Stars in retreat. The shot goes up. Devasane comes out of nowhere, and another block for OCU. This guy's on fire. This kid owns OCU's record in blocks not only on the court, but off the court as well. Earlier today, he was busy crashing the boards. Just a rebounding machine. Even cleaning up the glass, giving a whole new meaning to garbage time. Devasane, MVP on the court, and keeping Oklahoma beautiful off the court.
Welcome back to Studio 22. I'm Nicole Hacker, and we're talking to Farris Willingham today. Farris, you were talking before the break about working at KOCO, and I was just wondering, what's the oddest task that you've had to do?
The oddest task? I don't know. I can't think of anything specific to go with the oddest task.
Like nothing fun, no crazy stories?
No crazy stories? No, I mean, nothing specific comes to mind. Like, I think I do so much that it all kind of blends together. I can't think of anything specific right now. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You said you worked for Stew Pub, right?
I did. I was editor-in-chief for about a year.
So how was that?
Crazy hectic. I was editor-in-chief at a time when our staff size was at its lowest. So I actually had a lot of responsibilities, and we were making a yearbook at the time too. So it was a crazy time, but a very good experience overall.
How is that different from doing what you do now, like producing and doing video?
I mean, it's just a total shift from purely writing to mostly thinking about visuals and the visual impact of what I'm making, because instead of writing stories for people, I'm now promoting them in a visual way. It's very cool.
So let's talk a little bit more about KOCO because it's so interesting. What exactly makes a good promo?
What makes a good promo? I would say something that really appeals to people. Something that either touches them on a personal, emotional level or grasps at an issue that they feel very passionate about. So I think right now the biggest talker is earthquakes. So anything we can do to forward our investigation about earthquakes, what all causes them, and what we can do about them, I think that's the biggest story right now and what we can tease.
Is it hard to come up with different ones every time?
It is. And especially with stories that are extremely convoluted, because I have 15 seconds to sell 2 or 3 stories to you.
Right.
And that's very difficult to do. It doesn't sound like it, but when it comes down to it, it really is.
All right, well, that's all the time we have today. Thanks for joining us. This has been Studio 22. Have a nice day.